Welcome to Sustainability Unveiled, where we shine a light on the pressing environmental issues of our time. I'm EcoVoice, and today we're diving into a crucial topic: the failure to secure a global plastics treaty in 2024. This perspective comes from Thomas Körmendi, CEO of Elopak, a global supplier of fiber-based packaging. As a leader in sustainable innovation, Körmendi highlights the critical importance of global collaboration to tackle plastic pollution. Despite some progress this year in climate financing and packaging laws, the inability to reach an agreement on plastic pollution remains one of the biggest missed opportunities of the year. Let's explore why this matters and what needs to happen next. What went wrong in Busan? In 2022, 175 countries agreed on the need for a legally binding treaty to tackle plastic pollution. Yet, negotiations during the fifth round of the International Negotiating Committee, INC5, talks in Busan, South Korea, broke down this year. Why? Efforts to cap global plastic production, a cornerstone for meaningful progress, were met with resistance from a few nations. Discussions have been postponed until next year, further delaying action on an issue that grows more urgent by the day. Consider these sobering statistics. Since 1950, nearly 8 billion tons of plastic have been produced globally. Only 10% has been recycled. Without intervention, plastic waste is projected to triple by 2040, according to the OECD. The lack of a global treaty means national and local efforts, while commendable, remain insufficient to address the scale of the challenge. Plastic pollution has risen by 50% in the past 5 years, despite a 60% increase in commitments to tackle the problem. Why a global treaty matters? Plastic pollution is a global problem that requires global solutions. Here's why: leveling the playing field. A cap on plastic production would ensure fair competition. Companies investing in sustainable packaging, like paperboard cartons with up to 73% fewer greenhouse gas emissions than plastic bottles, would no longer lose out to cheaper all-plastic alternatives. Support for developing nations. Much of the world's plastic waste is produced and dumped in developing countries. Richer nations must provide financial and technical support to help these regions combat the growing tide of plastic pollution. The business case for a global treaty is clear. Over 200 companies, including Walmart and Unilever, have called for binding agreements on sustainable production levels. Businesses want clear, fair rules to drive innovation and meet consumer demands for low plastic alternatives. What can be done? The future isn't entirely bleak. There are actionable steps for governments, businesses, and individuals. Governments: adopt and enforce policies like caps on plastic production and incentives for low plastic alternatives. Commit to meaningful collaboration in future negotiations. Businesses: continue innovating. We've seen an explosion of low plastic products, from hand soap to laundry detergent, packaged in paperboard. Scaling these solutions can drive industry-wide change. Consumers: support companies that prioritize sustainable packaging and advocate for stronger policies at the local and national levels. Looking ahead to 2025, the failure in Busan should serve as a wake-up call. As we move into 25, the stakes are higher than ever. The tools and innovations are already available. Businesses have the will, and consumers have the expectations. All that's needed is for governments to align their interests and take bold, unified action. The world can't afford to waste another year. Closing by EcoVoice, that's it for today's episode of Sustainability Unveiled. The road to a plastic-free future is long, but every step counts. Join me next time as we explore more insights and solutions for a sustainable world. Thanks for tuning in.